Welcome to Exhausted Sparrows Unite. I am your host, Krista Jones, with my co-host, Chantel Schaefer, and we are recording this podcast Thanksgiving week. And if you're anything like us, you're already tired and Thanksgiving isn't even here. You might listen to this podcast on Thanksgiving or 4 months after, but you will remember the feeling. You were tired. Let's just admit it. Yet somehow we're supposed to magically slip into this heart-swollen Thanksgiving mindset, where the commercials, everybody's smiling and the table's set perfectly. And in real life, that is such a load of crap. We're over here fighting over tinfoil and who baked the best stuffing. And let me tell you what, if you have stovetop stuffing, I don't even want to hear it. Today, we're talking about not just Thanksgiving, but we're talking about the quiet gratitude, the kind that exhausted people like us feel even when our hair's a mess and our brains are fried. So take a breath. Get comfy, and let's talk about the kind of Thanksgiving that doesn't make the commercials, but is absolutely normal. Welcome, Chantel Schaefer.
We're talking about my favorite holiday.
This literally is Chantel's favorite holiday, and I have never, ever met anyone that has said Thanksgiving is their favorite holiday other than you. It even trumps Christmas for Chantel.
Well, it's about food. Like for me, I love food. Food is my love language, and it's a holiday that's centered around eating.
That is true,
and it's acceptable to wear sweatpants to the dinner table.
That is also true. And what is your favorite part about the Thanksgiving dinner?
Stuffing.
Me too.
I don't even have to think about it. It's just stuffing.
Me too. Okay. And whose stuffing is it? Is it yours? Is it dad?
It's my dad's.
All right. So talk to me about that, because this could be wars over stuffing, I feel.
So
is there sausage in your stuffing?
There is sausage in the stuffing.
No, you've lost me already.
Big loaves of bread that he chops up to make the stuffing. He goes all out. There is a specific bread he has to buy. It's not sliced. He rips it into certain size chunks. He's very particular about his stuffing.
I like that. I like the whole bread thing. I do that too. And then is it sweet sausage? Is it spicy sausage? What's happening there?
Maybe there isn't sausage in my dad. My mom puts sausage in her stuffing. Maybe my dad doesn't.
How do we not know this if it's your favorite?
I cover it in gravy.
Oh, okay. So then your second favorite food is gravy?
Yes.
All right, let's talk about cranberry sauce very quickly.
Fresh.
Yeah,
I can't
do it out of a can.
Nope.
And it's so easy to make.
And the first time I brought fresh cranberry sauce to dinner, so my dad cooks most everything.
Mm-hmm.
I bring a couple of things. And the first time I brought fresh cranberry sauce, I was a pariah. They wanted the stuff that jiggled out of a can.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it.
Well, there's people that also, want stovetop stuffing. And I'm not trying to knock my stovetop stuffing, but can you put a little extra love on Thanksgiving Day for me?
Yeah.
That's
a midweek meal kind of a thing.
Fry up some onions, a little bit of bread, maybe throw some bacon in that stuffing.
Ooh, I like to put apples in my stuffing.
Oh, I don't know that I've had stuffing with apples. I've seen it. I don't know that I've eaten it. And at this point, for those of you that have been following the podcast for the last year, you probably know that I lost my taste and my smell 4 years ago during COVID. I've never gotten it back. So I don't even know why I'm complaining if there's sausage or apples in the stuffing. Bring it on, as long as it's homemade.
There you go.
So being grateful around the holidays, I want to talk about that. And I'll tell you why I thought this would be a really good episode, because I do not get all the feels.
Yeah. I guess
you do for Thanksgiving.
My Thanksgiving is different. I'm not responsible for all of the cooking and the planning and the cleaning. So for me, maybe that's why Thanksgiving is my favorite. Somebody else holds all the responsibility. Christmas for me is the stressful one.
Right. But I don't have the feels, even if it's stressful or not stressful. I'm always kind of meh. And I think for me, it's because it is so overplayed in commercials and on TV and movies and all this stuff. It is just, the bar is set so high. I never reach that bar.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, I mean, I guess as a kid, my family puts the fun in dysfunction, I like to say. So like some of my favorite memories were around the Thanksgiving dinner table talking about like completely inappropriate non-dinner conversation.
Right.
So like that's just how my childhood was. So I have a lot of fond memories around the Thanksgiving dinner table.
All right. So I wanted to do this because I thought, chronic stress shrinks our emotional bandwidth, really. If we just boil it all down. And I think sometimes for people, that is the disappointment because of the movies and everything else. And like you said, for you, you're not making it and you're not doing all that stuff. I'm just talking about the holidays in general. And, when you have to host or go somewhere, like it is so crazy. Nobody ever shows you that part of things. And that is a real thing that completely derails, how you feel about the whole day. This euphoria feeling goes right out the window when somebody brings me stovetop stuffing. I'm just gonna
really
say
bent on the stovetop stuffing.
I say that 3 times fast. I am, and like I feel that's because your brain isn't thinking about gratitude. It's thinking about, are you going to make me stovetop stuffing? Do I have enough chairs at the dinner table? Are your cranberries fresh? Like, I think that's why it ruins it for us because we're thinking of all these different things, except for Chantel. So when I said to Chantel, we're going to do this episode and this is going to be great. There are times when I do an episode, I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know how to relate to this. And Chantel absolutely relates more. She was like all glassed over. She's like, I don't get it. I always feel euphoria. I'm like, what?
It's that turkey feeling.
That's tryptophan.
It just puts you in that nice little food lull.
No.
And then you wake up from your nap and you eat pie.
Well, that's because you're not hosting.
Exactly. If we were doing this
there
around
watching
Christmas,
you napping while I'm scrubbing the pans with the grease of the turkey.
I clean on Thanksgiving dinner. So I do the cleanup after. My dad does all the cooking and I do all the cleaning.
After your nap.
Yes.
So I think in the middle of all of this, there is still so much for us to feel grateful for, right? Like you're like, oh my gosh. Like, I mean, first of all, be grateful that you have a family to spend with. There are a lot of people that spend that alone. I want to touch on that today too, because I think it's really something that we really forget about the people that are grieving, that have suffered a loss, that are alone on the holidays. So I definitely want to make sure that we talk about that because that always makes me so sad. And it gives me like a deeper, meaningful approach to the holidays because I know that not everybody is bubbly as euphoric as Chantel Schaefer is, but there are a lot of things to be grateful for. And even in the things that you don't have to do, like you might be running around your house and stuff, but my mom had said it to me years ago. She's like, at least you're not the waitress that has to work this day. Right? And now you can shop on Thanksgiving Day. They make employees go into work.
It's awful. It's awful.
It is. Like we can't go
home.
one day without shopping.
Right?
Right.
I am way too euphoric in my turkey lull to worry about shopping.
You really are.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Amazon and the post office and all of that. Now they're working on holidays to get you that, strong tinfoil you needed in order to cover your turkey, Clark Griswold. I'm just saying, like, did you really need it? Like, all of that stuff, things to be grateful for that if you're not working on the holidays, because holidays aren't what they used to be. They used to be sacred. Sundays used to be sacred, especially in the South. Like everything around me always shut down in the South. You didn't move. It was a day of rest. And then holidays were sacred. And now everybody's out and about on those.
Yeah.
And, be grateful if you are the person that can sit and have your turkey tryptophan nap
Yeah.
or your cup of coffee. There are moments in everything to be grateful for a meal that you didn't have to cook, right? That's a big thing.
That's
if
a
you're not
huge
the
thing.
one that has to host it, that's something amazing. Gratitude from distance from somebody that drains you. I mean, like, look at the bright side of some of these things. Like sometimes you're like, my family's way over there and I'm over here and, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm really only kidding on that one. But gratitude, for all these amazing things, right? The kids helping you and putting things away that day. Like there's always a little bit of gratitude to find, I think, even in the chaos.
Yeah. I mean, like, what about gratitude for the store that is open when you need to buy your canned cranberry sauce?
Mm-hmm.
Like that person doesn't want to be there.
That person doesn't want to be there unless maybe they're getting, I don't know, double time for the holiday. I'm not sure that they even do that anymore.
I don't know if they do that anymore either.
But, I think too, going around the table, right? That's something that we do. We do it we used to do it on a daily basis, like what we were thankful for, our good moments or bad moments in each and every day. But, just going around the table and seeing what people have to be thankful for, sometimes it's not this big, huge thing. And I think that's kind of also the point of today is that when people think, well, I don't really have anything to be grateful for, we say it in all these different episodes, your feet are on the ground, buddy. I mean, nothing more grateful than to get up on, the right side of the bed in the morning, right? All of these different things, I think sometimes we just take them for granted. And because of that, it puts us in a depression. We think there's nothing to be grateful for, but we're really looking for these Hallmark moments that, don't always exist unless you're Chantal Schaefer, who loves her food-induced holiday.
But I'm just easy to please,
Yeah.
right? Feed me turkey.
That's true.
And stuffing.
And I'm grateful for people like that when I host. I'm grateful for the people that just want to come. They don't care what I make them. They just want to be there for the food and be there for the fanfare and all of the fun games that follow.
Yeah.
Does your family play games?
Sometimes.
Okay.
It really depends on who's there.
Right.
Sometimes we wind up with a lot of people and it's hard to play games.
Yeah. Okay. My mom and dad are big gamers.
Ooh.
Big gamers, like phase 1.
I don't know if I've ever played. Uno.
Uno spit, Uno double, Uno. There's like 58.
There's a lot of Unos.
There really are. I think they own all of them.
Oh.
Mom and yeah. They're hardcore too. And they would not let me win even when I was 6. They were like, trouble. Oh, sorry. Oh. I'm not kidding. It's true. Big gamers in my house. But I'm grateful for that. Like there's a lot of goofy, fun memories made around that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly.
Right. And just the humor and all of that. Just thankful for your big old goofy family who you don't always get along with, but the fact that you have one. Mm-hmm. And being grateful for the things that exhaust us. I know that sounds really, really weird, but sometimes acknowledging the things that drain us can often fill us, right? Because both things can really be true at once, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. So like I said, I don't host Thanksgiving. I host Christmas and I host family for breakfast and then I host family for dinner. And it is probably the most exhausting day for me.
What happens for lunch?
I take a nap.
Oh, I thought you meant like for lunch you had to go somewhere else.
No,
I would be like, I'm out.
No, so I host my husband's family for breakfast.
Okay.
And then a few hours later, my family comes over for dinner. And it's exhausting. It's 2 meals. I do all of the cooking. But I'm grateful for that because I get to bring all of my family together for one day.
Yes.
And my kids have those relationships with their grandparents and it's special.
Yep. Like the caregivers, right? Caregivers are exhausted, but they're still grateful that they have someone to care for, right? Mm-hmm. People like us in the not-for-profits, we're really, really tired from all of this giving, but we're thankful that we're able to do it. We are thankful that here at Sparrow's Nest, we are a vessel for so many. Mm. So as tired as we are all the time, I'm like, I'm grateful that I can even do this. I'm grateful that I don't have cancer. Yeah. That I'm able to do this for somebody else because I'm healthy enough. For those of you listening to the podcast and you're like, I don't even understand. That's the whole reason behind the title. We have a charity right here in New York in the Hudson Valley. It is called Sparrow's Nest. And we feed people in 4 different counties that have any type of a cancer diagnosis in which they need treatment. So yeah, I'm tired. But at the end of the day, even though that drains me, I'm thankful that I can do that because, wow, gratitude for your health,
Yeah.
because at any minute, anything could happen to any of us. So being grateful for things like that, right? And for people that are facing illness, to be given small victories, to be given another day, to be cancer free, to be all of that stuff are things to be grateful for. And a lot of times I think the things we overlook because we're looking for all these big, big moments. And then we forget the little ones that are right in front of us.
Yeah, and it makes you jaded when you're waiting for those big moments and you're overlooking the little ones, right? You miss out on a lot.
You do, because those big moments may never happen.
Yeah. What is that? Don't mistake the forest for the trees. Is that the saying?
It sounds good to me. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that sounded deep. Don't know what it meant, but it sounded really good. And I think too, when you're talking about the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of the holidays, I think, we should take a moment for those that have to spend it alone, that don't have anyone to spend it with, that are potentially grieving, because there is such a thing as a loneliness epidemic, right? 1 in 2 adults reports feeling lonely regularly, and even lonely, and we've talked about this in other episodes, in the middle of that holiday chaos. Sometimes some of us feel the most lonely in moments like that. And I've expressed to you that that's kind of my MO. That's really when I feel very lonely sometimes. Like in my quiet, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I'm out there with other people, this depression comes over me, so I think it's something that we have to not take for granted, because the holiday really amplifies depression and loneliness and the absence of people that we love.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you enter the holiday with an expectation of cheer and gratitude and special moments. And, it hits hard when you're feeling lonely or if you lost somebody.
Mm-hmm. And, I think that we have to normalize that. I think gratitude doesn't always feel warm. It doesn't always feel cozy, right? I think sometimes gratitude comes in really tender, raw, complicated moments. And we're always looking, I think we talked about this in another podcast, we're kind of always looking for, even in the middle of all of this sadness, what is the silver lining of this? Can we find it? And once we find it, what do we do with that? So I think for Thanksgiving, it's something that all of us, take for granted, but we shouldn't.
I don't know why I just cut out there. Yes, I agree with you.
It kind of sounded like maybe there was a noise coming from you. Wait. Let me do something. Nope. No. I'm sorry, guys. We said that we were going to do 3 of these an episode, and I don't know. And I don't know what any of them are, right? So here we are. So I think what we're saying, today and during the holidays, just in general, is that they don't always feel euphoric. Sometimes they're kind of like meh. And that may be because we put a little bit too much into it and we're expecting too much and just not looking at what is right in front of us. So what would you say is your favorite Thanksgiving tradition? Is it the food? Is there something that you guys do on that day? Are you always at the same place?
We're always at the same place. So for me, Thanksgiving is sacred. I get asked to run a lot of turkey trots. I will not leave my house on Thanksgiving. The morning is set aside for pajamas, couch, the parade, and cinnamon buns. That's so you don't touch that.
This is a true story because Chantel in a Facebook thread was asked by other runners if she wanted to do the turkey trot and vehemently said no way.
No, I'll run with you the next day. I'll run with you the day before. But Thanksgiving, that is sacred for me.
Macy's Day Parade. Do you watch that?
Yep. I have to see the Rockettes bring it in. I got to see the Rockettes in the middle and Santa close it out.
Oh
yeah.
And do you ever physically go down to the city to see the parade?
Not.
I went one time. And we had to get there at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
We were not in a great place.
Yeah.
We could not use the bathroom in anybody's little bagel shops. They wanted nothing to do with us. And and then we ate at a diner afterwards.
Yeah. No.
People, I mean, millions of people flock to do this.
Yeah. And I can see it great from my couch in my sweatpants.
Yeah. I mean, the people that were up like in their apartments watching it from, I was like, now that's where I'd like to be.
That would be awesome.
How fun would that be?
People could really capitalize on their location, like rent out their apartment for the day. Like, hey.
Oh, I'm sure people do. I'm sure they do it all the time. That I feel like I would look at, and I would do that differently.
I'd like to wave at Al Roker as he went by,
Al Roker.
Oh, yeah.
Who, by the way, still looks really good.
He really does.
Lost all that weight, still looks good. Probably isn't eating the same things.
He's not
for
eating
Thanksgiving dinner
pounds
that you
of
are.
Stuffing
That you are.
gravy. No.
Favorite pie is what?
Sparrow's Nest apple crumb pie.
That was a good answer, but honestly,
Yeah,
what if I made you the chocolate pecan pie?
it might be.
Would that beat out the apple pie?
I don't know.
We have pies, but by the time you guys hear this, we'll be out of pies.
Yeah.
But you need to make sure that you go on the website around the Thanksgiving time. And if you live in the area, you absolutely can come and get a pie. If you don't live in the area, we are trying right now to ship a pie to a family who the husband has been diagnosed with a cancer diagnosis. They live in North Carolina, but they lived here all their lives. They're used to our pies and love our pies. And we are having a hard enough time trying to get that thing down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I tell everybody that a Sparrow's Nest apple pie will ruin you for apple pie forever. No apple pie will do after you eat a Sparrow's Nest apple pie.
And they're only $25.
It really can't beat it. And they're all handmade.
They really are. That's
There's
true.
no Sara Lee here.
No, we start the process the Friday before Thanksgiving. We peel almost 25,000 apples with maybe 300 volunteers.
It's a lot of volunteers.
Give or take, right? And I'm grateful for all that. I mean, listen, I am exhausted as can be, and there is flour coming out of crevices that I did not know existed for days afterwards. Christian will be like, I'm like, I don't know where that came from. There's some sugar like in my ear. I'm not sure. But, and I'm exhausted as can be, but I am so grateful that we get to do that. We have got Minard Farms, which is amazing. They donate all the apples. Like, how grateful. We really here have a village that comes together in order for not a single dime of that pie to have to go towards expense. Lori Schiavone with Brent Financial, they went ahead and they donated the rest of the money so that everything else we needed. We had Girl Scout troops and, Nolita's Boutique, and we had high schools and all these people doing food drives for us so that we would have all the ingredients. And I mean, literally they are 14-hour days for 5 to 6 days. And I am exhausted beyond all get out, as you are as well. But man, do I leave feeling good.
Oh, I tell everybody pie time's my favorite time because I get to see all my friends.
And sometimes when we're in that funk, being able to do something for somebody else might be the absolute quickest way to get us out of it.
Yeah. It makes you grateful, right? That your feet are on the floor and you're here peeling apples amongst a whole bunch of people. Crazy music is playing. Flour is flying.
Flower is flying. Well, Christy's not here anymore, so oh no, she's coming in Sunday. Never mind. I don't know if I'll be safe or not, but listen, guys, we've made it to the end of the podcast, and hopefully you're listening to this, and even if it's not the holidays, you're going to go into the holidays a brand new person with a great attitude, right? So even if your turkey ends up dry, wasn't that like a Clark Griswold episode? I feel like it was. And your mashed potatoes are a little bit lumpy, and maybe your entire family decides that they are going to reenact a full contact emotional sport. Just remember that gratitude has never, ever, ever been about perfection. Gratitude is saying, hey, I'm doing okay. I might even be doing a little bit better than I think. And listen, whatever. If you have to take a walk, hide in the laundry room, do whatever you got to do to come back and be grateful for all that you have. Thank you so much for joining Chantel and I in our really messy, honest space today. I am grateful for you. Yes, you. And I want to remind you to continue being kind to yourself and to others. Exhausted Sparrows Unite. You can catch our wonderful charity by just going to our website, learning more about us at sparrowsnestcharity.org. Until next time, be safe, eat lots of turkey, don't fall asleep on the couch.